Hello, welcome to your daily dose of Oracle Wisdom with Chrysalis Invictus Tarot. I hope this finds you well. We have 3 different piles if you're drawn to more than one. Maybe you listen to more than one. There are collective energies that show up each day. Each day seems to have a theme. And this is a Wednesday reading. You don't have to watch it on a Wednesday, but in the spirit of Odin, I've chosen the Enigma cards. Odin being a god of prophecy, and prophecy often comes as a sort of mysterious thing. So, making your selection, I will meet you at your pile. So, pile number 1, you have the hive. Maybe you chose yesterday the other bee-themed pile, but I'm going to assume that you're coming to this fresh. If you did, keeping in mind the themes that were coming up yesterday are carrying on over to today. We have the number 39, which reduces to a 12 and to a 3. Those numbers may be significant for you at this time. The hive is really for me this feeling of putting your head down and getting your work done. So really sticking to the tasks you have at hand, maybe writing out a to-do list and checking each thing off. But I'm really feeling that today is a great day to accomplish things. So this could be either on your own or with a group. But I am actually getting, even though we have a collective of bees, I'm actually getting that it's doing some solo work. So really sticking to yourself, sticking to what you know you need to accomplish, or maybe things that have been on your list for quite some time. There's some growth that's coming out of this, and there's a creative vision perhaps that you're bringing to light. Creative vision. I'm going to pull some additional oracle cards to enhance your message. Today we're going to look at the divine doors. Divine doors. Our first message. Okay. Intuition. Simple, complex, words of pain or words that heal, you come to know truth by the way that it feels. And this is your door. So if you're wanting to connect in with your intuition a little bit deeper, I would recommend taking a look at this door and passing through it in a meditation with the intention of understanding what messages there are for you in your intuition. And here's your other door. It's really thick wood doors surrounded by this like concrete old buildings. A stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Okay. So the other message that I'm getting is that a piece of a puzzle that you've been trying to solve when it comes to work may be coming in for you today. So keep an eye out for that. Or a vision that you've had for some time is coming into a more physical being through your work today. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much. Give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Let me know how these readings are going for you, whether you're liking them or not. Let me know, and take care. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You have the obelisk. Today is a very oppositional day. It could go either way. You have the number 12, which reduces to a 3. Today seems to be a day of 3s. So perhaps noticing that each major incident in your life is happening in intervals of 3. So let's say you drop something twice, know that there is a third time coming, that kind of thing. I'm also getting expansion of vision, but also more clarity of vision, like an Ace of Swords kind of energy where you're like cutting through the bullshit. You're cutting through to the truth of something and coming into, you're finding the third. You're finding the space between this and that. So you may do that by moving through extremes. So being very black and white in your thinking, and then asking yourself, you may want to ask yourself, what is the third option? What is the third possibility? Your energy is going to be very up and down. I would highly recommend grounding. So you can ground simply by connecting your feet to the earth and drawing that earth energy up through the feet, through the legs, and all the way to the crown of the head. You can do it by holding a grounding stone. So not a bright light crystal, but something that is earthier, that has some really earthy weight to it, and holding it in the palm of your hand. So you can do that at any time. Or even placing your hand on a wall, drawing in that sturdy, stable energy. All of these things, maybe you go and you hug a tree. But finding yourself as that space between the upper realm and the lower realm, the black and the white. What is the middle ground here? And finding that in your perspective, what the middle ground is. We're going to take some door cards for you, divine doors, for additional messages. This is your door. And if you have a meditation practice, perhaps you practice walking through this. And I would call this more of a threshold, because there isn't actually a physical door. And it says sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sunlight burns. So it could be that you are with this space between finding that middle ground between past and future. So staying in the present moment, which grounding will help you do. But it could be that sunset will be a very significant time for you today. So, I'm losing my voice. Change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. And that's that shift in perspective. That's the crossing of a threshold from one way of seeing things, or one perspective to another. There's definitely the energy of change. But it feels like it's change of mind, change in your perspective and in your head. Okay, that's what I have for you. Please leave a comment. Let me know how these daily readings are working for you. They are timeless, so you can watch any of them at any time if you feel the messages are for you. Give the channel a subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Before we get into it, give this channel a subscribe so we can build this community together. Give the video a like and leave a comment down below and let me know how these readings are working out for you. So you have the spider. Interesting, when I was shuffling, the spider came out as well. So this is a really strong and important message for today. Number 30. So if you were drawn to watch all of the piles, that tracks, because all of the numbers have reduced. Now we have 333. So 3 is a really important number for today. We have 3 eyes here. And there's the 3 sides of a triangle. There's something about finding a middle ground here, about finding the space between. And there may be 2 other factors going on in your life, or 2 other people, or 2 other situations. So let's say there are 3 situations, 3 different roads you could choose today, and finding which is true for you. So bringing your perspective inward. You are the middle ground between these 3 paths. And which way you go okay, so you have to be rooted in order to make this choice. You have to be grounded in order to make this choice. When you look around you, how have you been building a foundation for yourself? What is the foundation that you have been building in your life? The spider really, for me, shows up as a symbol of a writer. So someone who has writer's block or a fear of writing. So if you are someone who writes and has not been writing, there could be something to do with that today. I'm also thinking of the spider in terms of this. The foundation is within themselves, because their web could be destroyed and then they immediately start building another one. So what is the foundation you have built within yourself? Not the physical foundation that you've built, so i.e. a resume, certifications, that kind of like material foundation. What is the foundation you have built within yourself? And what are the possibilities of that foundation as you start to send ideas outward? So this could be, it could be really helpful to do like an idea bubble tree, if that's a thing that you do. If that's not a thing you do, it could be interesting to try that now. So you start with the core thing. So let's say you're looking for a career change. Placing, career in the center, and then sending out bubbles like what are your qualifications and what skills are from there, and then another one talking about your dreams and ultimately the what you want your work to yield for you, and kind of seeing what themes pop up and what like what is contained within you. I think that's a big thing for you right now, is what is inside of you that you have to offer or that needs to come out. Let's take a look at the doors. I'm getting a lot from this card. I feel like it could go on for quite some time. But let's get some doors for you for additional guidance today. There's a lot that want to come out. Okay, destiny. Wow, okay. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. And I think that part of what's going on here is like the wheel of fortune is turning. There are, temperance is at work. There's these sort of like things that are happening outside of yourself, almost like the universal things are clicking into place, like politically, socially, whatever you want to think of that as. And as all of that happens, it's bringing you closer to this sort of destined path. But what you need to know for this destined path is what you have within you. And so that's what I'm really getting here. You may want to meditate your way through this door. So taking a look now at the door and making an imprint in your mind. And what you do is that you go, in a quiet moment, close your eyes, visualize the door, and step through it and see what's on the other side. So that would be a more spiritual way of doing that sort of bubble tree thing that I suggested before. And here's your other door. So very different, contrasting images here. This is more of a threshold into a underground It makes me think of a burial mound. And it says, nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. Yeah, and this is about what's inside coming out and not hiding from yourself. You know, what do you truly want? What are you truly aiming toward, right, in your life? So maybe you take a look at that and imprint it in your mind. That's what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you soon.